Pittsburgh Steelers.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Drafted in the 3rd round. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19.
To throw is Howard. Off play action. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Give up the middle to Johnson. 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Johnson is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to find Jackson Smith and Jigba, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at the Steeler defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Viking, 18.
They'll look to throw here. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up 2nd down. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way that they're being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer.
Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and do this, and he's going to go down again. Nick Herbig. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and He played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
At the Seahawks 36-yard line.
18, 40, 70. Go.
Back to throw. Howard. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darnell Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
14, Seahawks, nothing. Chris Boswell will be kicked off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's taken in by Arroyo. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Past the 60, past the 60. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. And 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
65, 65.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
On the go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Let's go now. Run for all 80.
Back to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. He'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Third and goal at the 4-yard line. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just a field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
15 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Set up down around the 15-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
15-yard line.
Check smash. Check smash. Check out.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there, with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Seahawks 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
Another run to Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Bronco switch. Ready?
Trying to right side with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The quarterback got away with one man. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Got it. Ready?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
19 Charger.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead on. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Roman Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Seahawks 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Gravity Lions.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding Smith-Njigba downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Gray going to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go. Ready.
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
60.
Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Back to throw again. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
A gain of 14. And the Seahawks first down.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Nick Herbig able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Come on. Hey.
They'll drop the throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
Now they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 5.
Ready. Ready, ready.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 23-yard run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Howard. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Howard. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Howard. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
15-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
We need 18. Stay right. Go to 50. 26. Look at it.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Howard. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 35, Seahawks 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he's going to step up and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
That went out wide and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Howard now throwing to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Dragon 60. Warriors 17. Go.
Howard from the gun on 3rd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
19 tight, 19, Mustang 19, 79 Bronco.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by his big tight end. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2nd and 2. And Wilson with it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
Okay, ready? Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. I guess this complete to Shaheed. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Get it. Pass the 60.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Let's go now.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll send the tight end in motion.
First down, Seahawks.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Hit. Coogan, 68. Buffalo 18.
Now back to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
70,
and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Ready.
Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Seahawks 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Shut up.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 165 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he will have a Steelers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
It's a loss of a yard.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Devin Witherspoon on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Rock roll in. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Howard. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Steelers 49, Seahawks 17. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
70 Timberwolves. Cowboy 80.
2nd and 11. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, He's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, "Okay, it's something to build on," and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Crack all 80.
Looking to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Ready,
It's a
ready.
gain of 23 yards.
70 Timberwolves.
And the Seahawks first
Crack.
down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Got it. Ready.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's down the field. He's got a roll. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
60 Eagles.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Cougar 19. $60 Vikings.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better.
He's got a man, complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 60, Panther 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.